so it's a little bit late again. I've been spending literally all day trying to fit this thing because I'm very paranoid about getting this thing to be completely level, both front to back, side to side. I mean, there's so many angles we have to account for, but I think I got it really, really close. I still have a little bit more fitting to do, so I'm probably not going to weld this till tomorrow, but let me show you what I got. So right now you can kind of see how they're setting. Now mind you, this little tab's going to have to get folded over, but I'm going to do that after it's on. We're going to fold this one back later, but I've got this thing just kind of clamped on there, and I've got it fitting pretty tight. I mean, there's a little bit of a gap, but it is very, very small. Now, the thing with this is that this piece is bent kind of wrong, so I'm going to have to like weld up here and then kind of bend this side in and kind of make it fit as I go. But it's very, very close. You can see from this angle here, it's really hard to tell with the naked eye, so that's kind of why I'm using this laser level here to kind of help out. But one of the big issues is I need to measure to make sure that this is exactly the same length as this side over here. So what I did is I'm basically taking common points and I'm measuring from there all the way to this edge here. Same thing over here. I'll measure there and I'll go straight to here to make sure it's exactly the same. And then what I'm doing is measuring the width between here and seeing what I get. So far I've been getting around 27.5 inches. And then I'll measure back here in this part of the frame to make sure it's the same. And so far everything's looking pretty good. So we're really close to being able to put this thing in. The thing is, I want to get a second set of eyes on this before I actually go to zip this on, because this is such an important part that if this part of the frame's all crooked, this is literally where the fender's going to mount to, so it could screw up our gaps with how the fenders fit. It could screw up all kinds of things. And I want these things to have nice, clean body lines, and that's why I'm making sure that these things are exact. I mean, I want these to be identical. So that's what we're doing. We're going to make sure we're really, really close there. And yeah, so I guess tomorrow I'll start welding this thing in, so I'll see you now. Okay, so I enlisted the help of my dad today because I needed a second pair of eyes on this thing to make sure it's going to fit right. But what we're going to do, we got this thing nice and cleaned up, acetoned, all that, and then we're going to tack it on and kind of adjust from there. So this is a little bit of just kind of, we're guessing here and trying to get it close. But it always helps to have a second set of eyes.
You realize you used the word enlist?
Oh, yeah, I tend to do that sometimes.
So much for your half hour.
I know. Sorry. You know how it goes if you.
I know exactly how it goes. I know exactly how it goes.
So it is pretty center there, huh?
Yep.
So the side-to-side measurement from here should be 27.5, and we're not quite there because it's slightly bent in on this side. You can see down here where it's pulling out a little bit because this metal is not perfectly lined up. It's the cheap China stuff, but you can see there's flex still since we just tacked it. So what we're gonna end up doing is pulling from here, and it's gonna bring it in real nice and tight, and we'll get the measurement that we need. So then I'm gonna just put a tack down here. Okay, got a little part.
Another one?
I wonder if that got in the weld. Yeah, it did.
Looks 27.5 to me. Boy, you got it!
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got it tacked in there. It's looking pretty good. The only problem is that POR stuff, I think, might be burning and getting into the weld, which is a problem. So I'm going to try to clean that up a little bit better before I actually do the actual welds. But so far, all the measurements look really good. So you can see right there that we're at 27.5 measuring inside the frame to the frame. So I tried to clean up as much of the POR as I possibly could, but it just kept catching on fire no matter what I did. I guess it's just not made for this kind of heat. Okay, so I am no professional welder, but not bad for just your little old MIG. You know, I think it looks pretty dang good. All right, so yeah, I think we're pretty good on that. It's sitting pretty decent, thanks to my dad helping me get that thing level. So now all we got to do is grind the welds back and then fill any little pinholes we might have. And then what we're going to do is work on boxing it in, so I got to do the other side. The thing with that is we're going to have to figure out how to make it to where the bolt holes for the fenders line up exactly with the bolt holes of the fenders on the opposite side. So that's going to be a whole nother day of measuring. So yay! Fun times. So you know how I said this build's taking me way longer than I expected? Well, it's because stuff happens in life that gets in the way. Like, for instance, a kitchen sink that decides it wants to go out on you because the garbage disposal leaks. The freaking thing rusted a hole in it to where literally it's just pouring fluid all down my cabinets, which is, oh, it's just so wonderful. And I'm working on replacing the sink. Now, I'm not going to show you guys how to replace the sink because that's not what my channel is about, but I just want to show you. Like, these are some of the things that come up that cause building cars to take longer than you expected, because not only does this stuff cost money, but it takes time. It's not something you could just like, well, we just do this and then boom. So like, yeah, again, I apologize for the delay in this video, but this is only like a small little sliver as to why it's taking me so long. So yeah. Well, at least I got that thing done. Now I got a nice clean, never mind. I guess you could say that my videos have everything, including the kitchen sink. Yeah, okay, I know, I'll walk myself out. But anyway, I'm just gonna finish working on this frame and get this thing situated. I'll see you in a second. Well, that's not ideal. Well, I'd say I'd managed to screw that up pretty good. Alright, so it's not exactly perfect, but I've managed to repair this thing that was all damaged. I had to wear away some of this corner here because it didn't quite line up with the new part, but we've got it on there pretty good. It's all nice and clean, shiny metal. Down here we got similar situation, and then I got to clean up this side over here. So the one issue that I'm running into is that there's a tab that goes on the inside of the radiator support where it needs to be welded to. Now, I have access on the new frame rail, but on the old one, I don't have access to get that inner piece. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is folding those tabs out. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so here's the radiator support, and this is the tab I'm talking about. It's this little thing in here normally you'd be able to weld to when you have a fresh frame rail, because here, that's why I haven't welded the other side, I have access to it from inside here. But on this one over here, I obviously don't, because once it's on there, there's no way to access this inside panel. So what I'm going to end up doing is folding this thing out so it'll come out to the outside. I'll do it on both sides just so it looks the same. And then I'll be able to weld it into this corner right over here. Yeah, so that should make it so we can at least get this thing welded on there and actually have a good amount of support. Because what's the point in having that thing folded in if we can't even weld to it? So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. We're going to do some test fitting, make sure we got this thing set up, and then, yeah, we should be getting really close to welding this thing on. All right, let's go see how this thing fits between the frame rails. Okay, here we go. Time to see how we did with our fitment. I would say that looks pretty dang good if you ask me. I might be able to pull this in just a little bit, but looks pretty good from what I can tell. So I can see that I got a little bit of a gap here, but I should be able to pull that in with some clamps. This gap over here is actually surprisingly good. I'm actually really happy with that. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. It's leaning forward a little, but I do have a lot of adjustment with this because what we need to do is basically line up these body points. So this way when these holes are lined up, we know it's in a decent spot. But yeah, other than that, it's looking pretty dang good. Okay, so the other thing that I need to do is I need to get this frame rail cut for the outside portion of this frame rail. So let me show you what I'm doing to do that. So right now what I do is I have this thing edged up right against the edge of this piece here. You can see that it pretty much lines up with these holes for the most part, but I need to make sure that these are in the correct spot. So what I've done is I'm using these bolt holes here and I'm measuring from this point to the center of this hole here to verify that it's the exact same as it is over on that side over there. So let me show you. So if I measure from this hole over here all the way to here, I'm getting about 26 3/4 of an inch. So what I'll do is I'll take the exact same measurement on this side until I get 26 3/4, which is right around there. So that's just about perfect. So now all I'm doing is I'm just marking a line where the old cut is. I'm giving myself enough room to where after I cut, I can grind back a little bit, have a little bit of room for mistakes, but we should be good now. So here's the funny thing. You're going to see this thing all lined up nice and pretty, but you don't get to see all the grinding, the back and forth, the up and down, the back pain, the knee pain. It takes a lot to get these things to fit this good. Okay, so after a ton of grinding and fitting, I think I've got this part of the frame rail fitting the way I want it to. Take a look. So now you'll see here I've got it kind of clamped in a couple different spots. I've got all these holes lined up, and I measured each of these holes to make sure that they match the hole over there compared to the other side, so that's all good to go. Everything's looking pretty good. So what I need to do now is sand this whole thing back and then get some weld through primer on there. I need to get some weld through primer on over there just to make sure we get this all covered. And then, yeah, we should be good to set this frame rail in. And then I guess I got to do more of that POR stuff.
Waste another day, eyes on my display. You say we need a change, and I feel that you mean it. You mean it. But you're so right We're losing track of time, buying things online, and it's not like we need them. We don't need them. So can we just slow down? The only thing I'll do is lay here next to you. We need to slow down. Embrace the love we found. For you and I are safe and sound.
So if you're photosensitive, you're going to want to look away for a second because welding creates a huge strobing effect when you speed it up.
And we just slow down. For you and I are safe and sound.
So you might be thinking that was all done in one day, but you'd be completely wrong. This is just day 3 of me wearing the same exact clothes. Yes, I know, it's nasty, but I am grinding to get this thing done. So we've got the POR put into the frame rail. It looks good. The only thing is I noticed when I was welding is that it kept trying to catch fire in some places, which is very scary because if this thing catches fire when it's sealed, that's a big issue. That's why I had that little blowgun. The problem is now I've got to weld up the cross member for the radiator support, and because there's POR in there, there's a chance that it could catch fire. So I'm going to have to be very careful welding this thing on there, meaning that I'm going to have to just do like one spot, move over to the other side, do one spot, let it cool, you know, and just pay attention to smoke. Because this stuff is extremely toxic, especially the smoke that comes from it. I think it's got like isocanates or something like that, which, as far as I know, that just means poison for my lungs, which is not something I want. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go drill the holes for the radiator support. We're going to get this thing fitted, make sure everything's set up good, and then basically get to welding that thing on there. So, yeah, hopefully very soon I should be done. And my God, is it going to feel good to be done with this thing. Well, at least this part. So, yeah, let's do it.
And I was safe and sound. Can we just slow down? And we just slow waste another day. I will not stay. You say we need a change. I feel that you need it. It's just so right. We're losing track of time. Buying things online. It's not like we need them. Safe and sound.
Alright, so I got this thing kind of just set up there pretty good. We got it clamped in place. I have a couple measurements I took before I took the old one off. And just to verify, I'm going to measure it out real quick just to make sure everything's matching. And then we get to zip this sucker on there. So, yeah, let me just show you the measurements I got. So the measurement that I'm taking is from the edge here, and then we're going all the way out here, and then we're measuring straight to that line. You can see I wrote 20 there. We're right on the mark. So I also took a second mark right there, which is 21.5. We're good. So I also took a mark to there, which is 18, which we're right there. Then I just did the same thing on this side. Got a mark right here. We're at 21.5. I got another mark at 18 right here, so we should be looking pretty good. All right, so the measurements look good. Everything's checked out. I even checked it with the laser level. It's all looking good and square. Everything's surprisingly fitting pretty well. And if it wasn't, I banged it with a hammer and made it fit. So yeah, let's get this thing zipped on there and take a look at what it looks like when we're done. So after about a month of work and just overthinking every little thing and trying to make sure every single measurement was correct, it's finally on here. Now, I don't have the apron part set up yet because we're still missing this apron here. Now, I am going to be making a custom one to fit here because my battery is going to be relocated because And this particular car is not exactly going to be 100% original. So we're going to be doing some pretty fun stuff with this in the future. But for right now, I'm just excited because now my frame is repaired. We no longer have all that rust, that giant hole that we had in here before. And this thing actually looks pretty damn good. I mean, I got to clean up some of the welds a little bit. I'm going to go and, you know, grind them down and make it look all nice and pretty. But for right now, it is attached. And I think this is more than enough for this video. I took way too long to do this, and I do apologize that took so long. But I am so excited because look at this progress. I mean, just look at this. Look at this. This thing looks so great. It's in there. We have a frame. I don't have to fiddle with the frame anymore. It's amazing. So as far as what's going next, I don't know. I've ordered a bunch of parts. We'll see when they come in. And whenever they come in, we'll do whatever we can do. So, yeah. But anyway, that's what a month worth of work looks like in however long this video is. I'm assuming it's probably pretty long. So if you did make it this far and you're not subscribed, please subscribe, because obviously I did something right to get you this far. But anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed it. It's been a lot of work. I got a lot more to do, so stay tuned to that. I may not be doing it very soon because parts are a problem. That's probably going to be my next video. I'm going to talk about the parts situation. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. I need to get some sleep. I am so tired. Have a great day.